In today's video, I'm going to give you a little bit of a tour around the garden. This is 3rd of May, so this video will go out on Sunday. Anyway, hi, I'm Robin. Welcome to Robin's Container Garden. The sun is out. It's a beautiful May afternoon. I've been at work, so I've come home. So you got me in my work gear. Sorry. Like I said in the opening, I've got a few different things to show you from the garden. I'm going to take you around the front where I did the opening. I'm going to take you around the front and show you the tulips and the bluebells. And I've also got a little bit of a tip for you. So if you stick around to the end of the video, I'm going to show you an absolutely free way to kill weeds on pathways, gravel ways, that kind of thing. It's absolutely free and it works in 24 hours. So stick around in the end of the video and I'll show you that. Last Sunday I spent all day repotting, I think it was 89 seedlings in pots, and then I transplanted 7 of my French beans, my purple queen French beans, outside into the ground, into the garden. It was the first thing that I planted in the ground this year, so I'm really excited. There will be some container kind of preparation, I guess is the right word. Everybody that plants has some kind of prep that they do in the ground or the containers or whatever, and instead of doing it individually one at a time, I'm going to try to do some pre-prepping for the containers for when it's time to plant them. I've been busy earthing up potatoes. I've got tomatoes that are hardening off to go into the greenhouse, not outside yet, but they're hardening off to go into the greenhouse. I don't want to take any chances on them dying on me. I've got spares, and if they survive, I'll probably just plant them anyway and let them go and see what happens. I only had one of my indigo apple tomato, and unfortunately I'm not sure he's gonna make it, so I've planted 3 more seeds out in the greenhouse to start them off out there, just to see if we're gonna get anything. And if we do lose the indigo apple, I'm hoping to have some backups. And because it's been really warm, it was 27 degrees in the greenhouse this afternoon when I got home from work, and only 17 from the thermometer. And we're going to go into the greenhouse, and then we're going to look around at all the different plants that that I've got going on at the moment. So I'll see you in a minute. The other day I actually videoed in the greenhouse, but then I changed everything, so I'm just going to redo this one. These are my 3 of my borlotti beans that have come up. Those are going to be going in the ground probably tomorrow, because this is not very deep. It's quite a shallow tray. So I think I need to get those planted out as soon as I can. And here's some Kelvin and Wonder peas. And there we've got some Masterpiece Green broad beans. And as soon as those leaves open up, I'll be planting those out too. And we've even got a couple of Grano Violettos that are coming up. Oh, I think these need a little water, so I'll take care of that. And look at these beetroot. That's amazing. These are the bull's blood. These are going to have red leaves, and these are the Bolt Hardy. So we didn't have a lot of luck with beetroot last year because of the birds were stripping them. So I'm determined I'm going to have them this year. And look at my cucumbers. I'll tell you something really cool. You guys, if you've grown cucumbers, you know this, but when I was repotting them, I realized that the leaves smell like cucumber, which is really funny because tomato leaves don't smell like tomatoes. They smell completely different. So I was really surprised to find out that the cucumber leaves actually smell like cucumbers. I've got my cucamelon and both of my courgettes planted in these little pots. They haven't come up yet, but they were only planted on Sunday. My corn is coming up. Look how happy it is. It's loving this heat. I think I've got 8 in here, and I think I've got 6 in here. I haven't counted them today, but they keep coming up, so I'm hoping that all of them come up. This is a plant that I picked up at an honesty box. It's a Cosmos. I don't know what variety. It just said Cosmos, so I'm just gonna see what happens. This is a lupin. Again, I don't know what variety of lupin, but I bought that. And I also got this dahlia, which looks beautiful. It's really healthy looking. So I'm going to plant these out, obviously after the frost date, and see how they go. These are some of my repotted marigolds. And here's more down here. They've actually grown since Sunday. That's amazing. I cannot get over that. We've got some Sweet William here that's definitely coming up. I'm going to have to do some repotting this weekend, I think. And then we've got some osteospermum and schizanthus and even some sweet peas. I thought, well, I'm going to give it a shot, right, and see if it works. I don't know if they'll work or not. I've given up on this tray. As you can see, it's not getting watered, but there's some brachycomb that's actually trying to come through. And these are some more onion sets that I've planted. I'll have to put them out. I don't know exactly where I'm going to plant them yet, but we'll find a home for them. And here are some more marigolds here. And then I've got some cornflowers. Look at this guy. I've got some cornflowers here, and I've got some zinnia. And this is my lone gazania. I only had 1 seed left, and he germinated. I'm gonna have to buy some more, but I don't think I've got enough time to really do anything with them, so I'm really sad. I hope he lives. He's got to live. He has to. We've got some more marigolds here, some more cornflowers, and some more marigolds. So like I said, I repotted. I think there were 55 of them that I repotted the other day. So that's the greenhouse. That's where we are sitting at the moment. So you can see how full that the greenhouse is right now, and I'm very pleased with it. This is where we're hardening off the tomato plants to put out here to get a little bit bigger. So I said to you that I planted my very first plants into the ground. These are my French beans. These are called Purple Queen, and they're dwarf. So I'm going to be planting them here. I'm also going to be putting some seeds into the ground directly, probably in about 3 weeks' time. These will get a head start. They're covered up to keep the birds off. It's not been cold at night, so we're okay there. I've also got some borlotti beans and some broad beans that are going to be going in the ground here. I need to move those leaves, but they're going to be going into the ground here, and I'm going to do the same thing with them to protect them from the birds and hopefully some slugs and stuff. But here I'll be putting some peas, and some herbs and flowers will go in the empty spots because I'm not going to waste any space at all. So that's what is going to be here. Not sure really what I'm going to do with that space there yet, but I'm sure we'll come up with something. Before I show you the bulbosania, I've got to show you my bluebells, which are kind of purple bells, but they're still bells. This is one of my bulbosanias. You can see my daffodils have decided that they're going to fall down. Probably should stake them. But look at these, aren't they beautiful? I'm going to put the variety up on the screen so you can see what they are. That one's going to be purple, I think. There's another one. I think that one might be an orange one. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Look at that beautiful pink one. I think that one might be purple too, but we'll see. They have surprised me before. Look at this beautiful fiery yellow one. And then the pink one. These are kind of blown. They're kind of going over, and this is the first one that came up. Look at that. How beautiful is he still? He's still just so pretty. And I'm going to show you the really beautiful daffodils so you can see their faces. And this one's going to be a bit different. This one's got a peach color on the inside, and he's a little bit paler. But I've got two more tulips that are going to explode soon. This one's going to open and this one's going to open. I'm not going to try to predict. I mean, obviously this one's going to have some yellow in it. I'm not going to try to predict because I've been wrong. So these are the bulb lasagnas, and this is what they look like when you're coming up to the front steps. Back in the kitchen, these are my aubergine plants. Behind them are my peppers. They're absolutely mahufous. They're just ginormous, big, giant things. They'll all need staked, especially this one here. He's very, very tall and very, very spindly. But they're putting flowers on faster than I can get them taken off. In fact, I'll bring you around here. Look at that one. He just popped up since yesterday. I don't know what's going on. There's just flowers everywhere. That's one of my Anaheims. That's one of the chili peppers. So I'm definitely gonna have to take these off, but they are putting them on faster than I can pick them off. They're just crazy right now. So, but anyway, that's what's going on in the house. I've also replanted transplanted the tomatoes. So I've got two beautiful sun golds. This one is Crimson Crush. That's a black cherry. This is my indigo apple that I either have told you about or I will tell you about at some point, I'm not sure. These are my cherry falls. These are the determinate ones that I'm going to grow in a container. Well, they're all going to grow in a container. This is a determinate one that won't be staked. These are the Marglobe. I've actually got 3 of them. This one's not looking so hot, but I mean, this is why we have spares, isn't it? So we have some if they fail. This is the Legend. That is one of the slicing tomatoes. And these are my cherry babies. Again, we've got a small one. He's a little teeny one. And then we've got another one that's really getting a little bit bigger. So, and there's that runt aubergine plant. Don't pay attention to the dead plants over here. Just forget those. This is my the runt aubergine plant. So he's actually getting on really well too. Still indoors. These are my purple basil. As you can see, this one has just decided to give up the ghost. I don't think he's going to make it. They're a little bit temperamental, especially because of where they are. I'm hoping that they'll get a little bit better once we can get them outside. This is my lemon herb, and I'm going to tell you, if you have not grown this, I'm sorry, not lemon herb, lemon balm. Well, anyway, it smells like a freshly cut lemon. I am not joking. I could not believe how much that smells like lemon. It's a beautiful, beautiful smell. So if you haven't grown that, grow it. It takes a long time to germinate, but once it germinates, as you can see, it is absolutely huge. This is my sage. I don't know if I'm happy with the way this looks. It looks a bit tall and spindly to me, and his leaves are curling. Well, some of them are, so not all of them. And this also smells incredible. These are some chives that I've got. These, I had trouble getting these to germinate, but now they're up. I definitely am going to be planting some more when I get them outside, when I'm able to plant them outside. This is a lemon mint. He got a little bit of shock when I put him into the bigger pot the other day. He's a bit squirrely, but he is actually starting to rally. He looks a lot better than he did a couple days ago. And this is my thyme. Look at how bushy that is. I cannot get over that. And these are in my office, in the office window. And whenever I come home from work, I walk over to the office window and I open the door, and I'm just hit with this amazing smell of these beautiful herbs, and I'm in love with them. And I'm going to be quite sad when I have to plant them outside, because I won't have that nice, lovely smell in here anymore. You're probably sick of seeing the potatoes, but these are the potatoes, and I just earthed them up yesterday. Yes, I earthed them up yesterday, and they're already coming back up. These two here, this one and that one, are very nearly as much as I'm going to earth them up. Because these, remember when I did the video, these are my 7-gallon containers, and these were planted way down here, so they've come all the way up. That's absolutely incredible. And I have to say, I'm a little bit, I feel like I'm showing some favoritism towards these Red Duke of York, but look at these beautiful leaves. I mean, how can you not think that that is the most beautiful potato plant ever? That's so pretty. And I don't know how this happened. There's 3. I planted 2 potatoes in this pot, and there are 3 plants. And the potatoes that I planted were not that big to have spread like that, but I'm just, and here as well, look at that. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 4 plants in here. I'm so confused. You can tell it's the first time I've ever planted potatoes. And these are my onion sets that I planted a few weeks ago. They're finally coming up, and they're looking quite happy, and they're really strong. Really, really strong. So we'll have some onions. Okay, here's carrots and spring onions, and I know they look tiny. It's because they are. These are my resistifly and the white Lisbon spring onions. So that's what those are. That's definitely an onion there. And there's lots of little carrots. I'm so excited. And then over here, these have just started coming up. These are my deep purple carrots and my red spring onions. So they are just now starting to come up. There's a spring onion there, there's a carrot there. So what I did is I put spring onions around the circle, and then I filled it in with carrots. And if there were any spots left over, I put an onion. The spring onions act like little bodyguards, and they help to confuse the carrot root fly, and it won't. It didn't bother us last year at all, and we did the same thing. We planted the carrots next to the spring onions, so it worked out a treat. Hi. Okay, I'm going to show you a free, no chemical way to kill weeds. No chemicals, and it's absolutely free. Do you see these? I've already treated it once, and now I'm going to treat it again. It's just boiling water. That's all it is. Boiled water. What it's doing, it's killing the root. There we go. All done. So now it's going to rain today and probably tomorrow. And that should be gone in a couple days. It works a treat. It takes a little bit longer than weed killer, but you're not doing any harm to any insects or wildlife, and you're not having to get down and pull each individual thing out of the gravel. That is absolutely free weed killer. Yesterday I poured boiling water on these weeds. These ones. All these here got boiling water poured on them, and they're dead. They are no more. They'll be easy as pie to pull up and get rid of, but that technique that I was showing you, one day, it took one day, and they're gone. So give it a shot. So even though it's a little bit early in the season, I still have plants that are outside. I've got carrots and some spring onions that are coming up. I'm going to be planting this weekend, so I won't get it in this week's video. I'm going to be planting some, oh, that sun is really bright. I'm not going to complain about it though. I'm not complaining. I'm going to get some kale, some spinach, and some chard planted in containers this weekend, and that will be in the next video as well. And as we go on, you'll be seeing some changes in the garden outside, and you'll obviously see flowers, hopefully, especially since I potted up 55 marigold seedlings over the weekend. but we're definitely going to have some flowers out this year, other than the ones that are out front at the moment, the ones that you saw in the opening, the tulips and daffodils and things. But I'll be doing little updates here and there, and you'll see me out in the garden. I'll show you where I'm at, and I've gone on to Google Earth, and I zoomed in on the top of my house, and I drew a little picture around where the house is situated and how it's sitting in where we are. And I'll show you on the videos, I'll show you little screenshots about where I'm working. Eli and Kate in the kitchen garden. Oh no, it's not the kitchen garden. It's in the garden with Eli and Kate now. They've changed their title. They've done that, and mine are not going to look anywhere near as nice as theirs does, because I'm not as artistic as Kate. But I will try to show you where I am sitting, you know, what part of the garden I'm in, and I'll start doing that as soon as we start working outside a little bit more. So I'll wrap it up, and that's all I've got for you this week. But I've got so many things planned for you. We're going to be making some scarecrows. We're going to be going on a couple of road trips, and we're going to be doing all kinds of things like that. So there's a lot of things that I've got planned for you over the next several weeks. And until next time, take care, stay safe. Bye, y'all.